Yes. Now, I'm just thinking that no one in Clallam County actually thinks that the public has any rights. And as much as I would disagree with you, yeah, if they have the right to any public court records and you deprive them of their rights, they have the right to sue you. Pooch. So for the county clerk or the sheriff or the police chief to deprive any person in the public of what is not restricted by federal, state law, court rule, court order, or case law, I just wanted the public to be open to sue. Okay? Now, I have explained that you have victimized myself and my family for 7.5 years. And I want the public to go to the courthouse and request every document that is available to them because of public law. Now, I didn't get a phone call because you're obstructing my rights and the rights of the United States public. That means the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, and the National Guard, as well as any other branch of the United States government where a citizen is employed and would be considered the public. Now, I know, are there any special restrictions for family law cases? Yes. Family law, and guardianship cases have some additional restrictions. Some documents are considered restricted access documents and are not available to the public. Examples of these documents are confidential information forms, yes. Sealed financial source documents, yeah. Now, since I didn't get notice, as the public court record says, yes, of the actual court hearings, yes, I didn't get any of the actual financial source documents that were admitted to the court as justification for me having to pay all the expenses. Poop, poop, poop. Now, somehow I'm thinking that after 10 years of marriage, my wife petitioned the court and did not provide me any actual documentation of any of our financial records that I received the summons to answer or respond to. Yeah. Now, I'm just thinking that if she motioned for default dissolution of marriage, knowing that I had responded in the 90 days, right, and she had me arrested at the same moment as serving me the dissolution of marriage, more than likely she said, well, I actually don't have any documentation supporting any of the financial. Well, you couldn't have any sealed financial source documents filed under the sealed financial source cover sheet, such as the tax returns, yeah, W-2s, schedule, wage stubs, credit card statements, financial institution statements, check registers, as well as other financial information sealed by the court. Now, when you don't give me any of the actual documentation of the dissolution of marriage, pooch, I can't ask you, well, why didn't she provide a copy of her credit report? Yes. Why didn't she provide the actual income of our family for the previous 10 years? Why is there, do I see anything sealed here? Oh, sealed confidential reports cover sheet. Yes. Now, there must be something there. Sealed personal health care records? Oh, HIPAA reports. Finding out that my sons are in the wrong grades, yes, I'm going to want to have unsealed all of their medical records. Oh, and then for every time you put the actual age of my son on any of their patient records, yes, and then you, as their physician, have knowledge of their actual grade, yes, I'm going to sue you for the liability of knowingly allowing for students to be in the wrong grades so that they're retarded for 7.5 years and they graduate at 19 and a half years old. So maybe those patient records for the last 7 years would get unsealed. Yes, considering I did not get any notice of court hearings. Now, why don't we go through the dentist? Yes. Why don't we go through the doctors? Yes. Every individual in each and every profession that provided professional services to my sons that has any knowledge of the Peninsula Daily News article where I called it to your attention. Yes. that they're in the wrong grades. Ouch. And then there's the WIAA brochure for the 2018 football season. Now, there's the retirement plan orders. I know she said we were homeless on Guam and I had wasted our retirement on wild living and women that were somewhat licentious. Yes. But the truth of the matter is, I had invested the money and lost it in investments that I was for sure would make money. Now, notice of intent to relocate. I talked to you about the Child Relocation Act, where she moved from Sequim, Washington, and I think it would have been the summer of 2015 because she got that job as a teacher in the Brennan School District. And then there's the vital statistics forms collected by the court and forwarded to the State of Washington Department of Health. I'm going to sue each and every employee of the state right now. And then the Foreign Protection Order Information Form. Now, these foreign protection orders, known as the protection order or the no contact provisions of the personal recognizance from Guam, yeah. Did Heidi Ooch, after she moved to Guam, from the prosecuting attorney on Guam, receive any court orders that said it was against the law for me to contact her? For the prosecuting attorney on Guam that knows that I went through the diversion, yes, did the 7 hours of parenting classes. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue the Guamanian judicial system, the governor of Guam, and all of those elected to office on Guam for having any knowledge of Washington State's refusal to enforce foreign protection orders. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Now, that was page one. We got a few.